So what is the only strumming pattern you need? Well, it's basically to be able to strum, because we see this going on down here as patterns we can learn, ba da da ba da ba da da da, or da da ba, whatever it is, right? But I really am urging you in this video to see strumming as a skill rather than individual patterns, and then work on one pattern and be so good at that one pattern, quote unquote, that you can play any song with it. And basically what it is that you need precision, you need to be able to improvise your strumming pattern as you're moving along, instead of having a steady thing of something like that. It sounds boring, sounds mechanical, and you can, if you know this strumming pattern, right, then I suggest you do the following. You take the pick and you make sure that you can't see much of the pick. You see how little it shows? So I'm playing with the fingers and the pick at the same time. I can even take the pick away. That's also a good idea. And then imagine you have a pick between your hands, right? Because you need to be delicate about the strumming. You need to go. So basically what you need is you need to be able to do this first. You only kind of, right? It's not a definite strumming pattern. You're just going up and down, right? And you're just grazing the strings. So if you go, people are going to think, oh, that's an amateur playing, right? But if you go, let's just take Knocking on Heaven's Door, right? If I go, knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knock. It sounds, right? But if you go, knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Right? If you have that delicate way of saying, I have my strumming patterns happen randomly. Basically what I just do, this is my basic strumming pattern that I can use for anything. Just down and up, right? And I'm basically hitting the lower strings, sort of, and with the downstroke, and the higher strings, sort of, with the upstroke. Right? And then I can emphasize some of the strokes. And then and it's good to emphasize the upstrokes, just a single one once in a while. And like the drums would have a little drum fill before we start over again and get back to the main chord. You would also go something like, maybe, emphasize that one stroke, that first stroke on each chord. But not anything big, right? It's the mechanical big things that makes it sound, boring. So you can basically use this for any song, and if you start doing that, like, if you go Tracy Chapman's again, no pick. What is it? It has a specific da ba da. Ba da da ba da ba ba, but you don't have to play that. You can just go, don't you know we're talking about a revolution? It sounds like a whisper. Don't you know talking about a you see how professional that sounds rather than, right? So what you really need to do, you can sit down in a chair, you can watch a whole movie, right, as you take your acoustic, and then get into this. Also, I have my foot tapping, right? 1, 2, so you go 1, 3, 1. So you need that. Because otherwise this doesn't make sense. It's just going to be a random set of ups and down strokes, right? So if I can even record a little metronome here. So that's a good sound. Right? So that's my foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, and foot, 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 foot. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Just... Right? I hope this makes sense to you, because you have that musicality in you. So if you can tap your foot like that, and you can just do that silent strokes, man, and then, you know, I emphasize an upstroke here, you know, then it comes out of you. I promise you, if you play like this all the time, then those strumming patterns will just come out of you, because it's fun. All right? And what you can do on top of that, just the last nugget I'm going to give you, that if you're playing with a pick, and when I'm playing with a pick, it's buried inside my finger, so I only have a little bit of, see, there's a little bit more high end to it, but I'm still, sometimes I take that tip and I turn it like that, so I'm playing with the side of my pick. This is also completely stiff and flexible. So, all right? And then what you can do is you can take your ups and down strokes, and with the downstroke you can hit a random one of the lower strings, and with the upstroke you can hit a random one of the higher strings, right? And then I get something like this. Right? Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. So I can even go, right? And I can combine that with my strumming. Right? Those are really core tricks to developing a playing style when it comes to your right hand and strumming that is just far beyond what anybody does, because the rest of the pack is learning strumming patterns, right? You're not. You're developing creativity right from the start by tapping your foot as you just go with delicateness and precision and accuracy, and right? So I hope this makes sense to you. Do not forget to subscribe. Please hit that button right now. It's important to me that, you know, you can give back like that, you know, just like that. And then I hope to see you in the next video. Every video that's recorded with this guitar and has that little logo in right up here with the beginner is about something, yeah, if you're on that level right now, you want to check out those videos. See you in the next one.